I think the biggest trend, there are three big ones actually. One is the online offline itself. That most of these 70-80% of the travelers today want to do online bookings. Most of the airlines are moving towards that. But how do you manage between online and offline channel is a big mystery for all of them, because there's a lot of analytics required there. So how do you manage big data analytics and plan your online offline strategy so that you can maximize revenue per contact is, I think, the biggest challenge they are facing today. Because for them, unless they make money out of this per contact through all the channels in an effective way, you'll never be able to, you can't make money out of it. That is one. Second is ancillary sales. And ancillary sales, if you look at today, and the recent US survey, I think it came out, the top 5-6 companies are doing 12 billion plus out of ancillary sales. LCC industry, most of the companies are actually making money on ancillary sales than actually flying. So that is a big trend. Now, unless you have a platform which is one enabling you to sell more ancillary in a more effective way, you can't maximize your revenue. So that is the second big one. And third, I would say, is the social media, because today 30 to 40% of the people have already started using online smart channels and all that the channels. Now, with the recent Sita survey, which was published, I think in 2015 alone, the numbers will go up to 71-75% of social media users. So today, if you look at airlines, right from the low-cost startups to the seasoned full-cost carriers, the tweets are anywhere between 1,500 to 200,000 a day. Now, unless you know how to manage them, you will impact your customer service, you will impact your cost both. Now, what we think is very clear, that there is an opportunity of earning revenue than just managing customer experience. They go hand in hand. So if you have 200,000 captive audience which is tweeting on your channel, you have an opportunity, I would say. And I think there was a recent quote made on New York Times that with this technology advancement, actually it's a great opportunity of a captive audience to earn more revenue out of them. So for every airline, once the customer is captive on the plane, you have all the opportunities to sell whatever you want to sell. You will never get that opportunity. I think that's a big one. So I would say these are 3-4 big trends: data analytics, social media, online, offline channels. So if you ask me, including me, because I am also a traveler, right? So I think we just did a talk session yesterday on this, that how do you manage new gen travelers? I think the expectation as a new gen traveler is that I can decide fast. Conventionally, I never used to decide, I used to consult. And I used to take time to decide. Today, I want to decide fast. I can be on any channel, and I can be on any channel at any point of time. So I can be on social media, I can be online, I can be offline, I can be on chat window, I can be on email, and I can be there on any point of time. So 24/7. So unless, my expectation is that whoever I'm dealing with as a partner or as a service provider, which is low cost carrier or full cost carrier, I think the expectation is manage my contact effectively. So be available and effectively solve my problem there. So whether it is a revenue selling opportunity or whether it is a service opportunity, the expectation is be available through that channel at that point of time. And again, I would say industry trends are showing that very soon 90-95% of the airlines will have to do all these channels and will have to manage these channels effectively. So expectation is your online system should be smart. Your online system should be meaningful. They should have right offers on the channels at right point when I'm on the channel. So how do you manage your website? How do you manage your social media? How do you manage your offline channels, emails, offers, right offers? Using Sita's, these stop offers platform, which most of the airlines are using, are, I think, effectively have to be used. So that is the expectation, I think, as a traveler, any traveler has today. I think that's a good question, because one of the things which is was going into the grey, I would say, was if you go back a year back when this whole LCC and all that started happening a year and a half back, the whole focus was on cost and point-to-point transportation. Somewhere customer experience was taking a backseat. Now if you look at even LCC industry, they're all taking a step back and trying to focus more on customer experience, not just on cost. So I think the way to do it is, again, because your 70-80% of the people in a year from now or 2 years from now will be online. If not today, there are already 40-45% online transactions happening. So if the number is going to be as high as 70-80%, then it's most important first to have my website in best form and shape. So when I'm on your site, am I getting the right answers? Again, for buying or for service, and service is becoming more important, because when I buy, I want to get my service, whether it is reissuing, rebooking, or any query I may have. Am I getting the right answers on the self-service options? Because self-service is something which is what I want. I don't want to talk to somebody. I'm a super tech-savvy traveler. I want to be on channels. I want to be on your site, and I know how to use that site. So please be available on that site in the answer forms. So I think that is one. The second is, since you have multiple channels, so I can talk to you, I can be on email and all that. How effectively are you using those channels to manage your customer experience better? I think that is the other expectation, and if the way to do it is to keep monitoring using analytics, that the channels I am using, are they really effectively improving customer experience or not? Like for example, email. Now, email is a good channel to be in touch, but if you start using email, the personalization goes for a toss, because emails don't have emotions. So it's better to use email, let's say for example, only for follow-ups, but not for anything else. So that is, those are some of the examples I would say in each channel you have to focus on to improve your customer experience.